All right, so get this. We're diving deep into K-pop today.
K-pop, huh?
Yeah, but we're going beyond, like, the music videos and the catchy songs, right?
No.
We're gonna, like, really look at how K-pop, you know, changed Korea, like,
Yeah.
its whole identity.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and the source we've got is, it's an academic article called K-pop in Korea, how the pop music industry is changing a post-developmental society.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
I know, right? It's from the Cross Currents. East Asian History and Culture Review Journal.
Sounds pretty serious.
It is. But it's also, like, really fascinating.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So we're gonna, like, trace how K-pop went from this, like, niche Korean thing to a global phenomenon.
Yeah.
And see how that, like, totally changed Korean society.
Yeah, you know what's so interesting about K-pop?
What?
It's not just, like, about the music, right?
Right.
Like, goes deeper,
Yeah.
like, into the social fabric of Korea.
Yeah.
It's changed, like, people's aspirations, how they see the music industry, even the government's role. It's crazy.
So to get this K-pop revolution, right, we gotta rewind a bit.
Okay.
Before K-pop, there was this thing called Kayo, right?
Exactly. Kayo, that was, like, the foundation
Okay.
of Korean pop music.
Gotcha.
Kind of a mix, you know, influences from Japan, America, like ballads, chansons,
Oh, wow.
even this genre called tureti.
Kirti.
Yeah, some compare it to like Korean soul music,
Interesting.
but with these traditional elements.
So if Kayo was so popular,
Yeah.
how did K-pop even, like, come about?
Well, Kayo's popularity, it's a bit complicated.
Oh, okay.
Lots of people loved it, but the singers, they were called Dandara.
Dendara.
Yeah, they faced a tough scene, man.
What do you mean?
Imagine, like, rampant piracy eating into your earnings.
Oh, no.
The government, like, censoring what you could sing,
Wow.
and exploitation by industry bigwigs. That was normal.
Exploitation.
Yeah, it was rough.
Like, what kind of exploitation are we talking?
Oh, man, all sorts.
Really?
Some singers, they faced, like, you know, sexual abuse,
Oh, God.
financial manipulation,
Yeah.
pressure from powerful figures.
It's, like, awful.
The article, it paints this picture like singers were just commodities.
Not artists.
Yeah. Not really.
That's heartbreaking.
It is.
Are there, like, any stories from that time that, like, really stand out?
Oh, there are a bunch.
Oh, right.
Like this one singer, Lee Mi-jae,
Okay.
she had, get this, 25 songs banned.
25? Why?
The censors thought they sounded too Japanese.
Too Japanese.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow, so much control, huh?
Total control, yes.
Stifling, right?
Absolutely. And think of all the potential music we lost.
That's hard to even imagine.
Oh, right.
Then there's the story about Sim Subong,
Dim Subong, yeah.
the Tirochi singer.
Exactly. She was forced to perform for this dictator.
Oh, wow.
And she actually witnessed his assassination during a show.
You're kidding.
Nope, it's in the article.
That's so intense. Like, even at the top, it wasn't safe.
No, not at all.
You mentioned before about exploitation not just being from the government.
Oh, yeah, right.
What was that payola system all about?
Ah, the payola system.
Yeah.
It was basically this web of bribery disguised as gifts.
Gifts.
Yeah, right. To DJs, TV producers, even journalists. They'd get these gifts to play certain music.
So it was all rigged.
Pretty much talent didn't matter as much as connections and money.
So even if you were good,
Yeah.
you had to play this game.
For a lot of Kayo singers, yeah, that was the reality.
It's crazy how much things have changed.
They really have.
But it wasn't until the early 90s, right?
Yeah, early 90s.
That things started to change, like, big time,
Huge shift.
with this group, Seo Taiji and Boys.
Exactly. They, like, challenged everything Kayo was.
So they're the game changers here. What made them so different?
Well, their debut back in 92, that was a turning point.
Okay.
They brought in new genres,
Like what?
hip-hop, electronic music.
Oh, wow.
And their music, it had this rebellious energy.
Rebellious.
Yeah, totally different from the, like, established Kayo style.
So, like, they were reflecting a new Korea.
Absolutely. The younger generation, they were ready for something new.
And Seo Taiji and Boys gave it to them.
They did, and their success, it showed everyone this change was coming.
Yeah.
They paved the way for companies like SM Entertainment, YG Entertainment.
Oh, the big ones?
Yeah, and JYP Entertainment.
Right.
They saw the potential, you know, for Korean music that could go global.
So they were like the architects of K-pop.
You could say that. They saw the big picture.
But why then? Why did K-pop take off internationally at that specific moment?
Timing was key,
Okay.
but it was more than that. It was like a perfect storm.
Okay.
Korea itself was changing. like rapidly.
How so?
Democratization, economic boom.
Right.
They were opening up to the world.
Makes sense.
And that created this space for like cultural innovation.
So Korea opening up and K-pop aiming global, they like matched.
Totally. And then the digital music scene exploded.
Ah, the internet.
YouTube especially, it was a game changer.
So instead of needing like the old media gatekeepers,
Yeah,
K-pop bypassed them.
exactly. And that's a key takeaway here.
Oh, interesting.
K-pop artists, they could connect directly with fans worldwide.
Like no middleman.
No middleman. It was a level of engagement like never seen before.
It's like they democratized music.
In a way, they did, yeah.
So add that direct connection to K-pop's crazy performance styles, the mix of genres, the choreography.
Totally.
It was like a killer combo.
And don't forget the marketing.
Oh, great.
K-pop companies, they're smart. They tailored music for different regions.
Really?
Yeah, appealing to like everyone.
So K-pop on the world stage, it was music, marketing, and Korea's own cultural shift.
You got it.
Aw.
But the story doesn't end there.
There's more.
Oh yeah, K-pop changed Korean society itself.
Okay, now you've got me hooked. Tell me more.
Well, remember Dandara?
The Kayo singers.
Yeah, K-pop flipped that whole idea on its head.
You mean they went from being looked down on to, like, being celebrated?
Exactly. K-pop idols, they became stars, role models,
Wow.
embodying sophistication, creativity.
A total 180 from Kayo.
Yeah. You got it.
I bet that was so inspiring, especially for young people.
Well, absolutely. And it actually changed career aspirations.
Really?
Yeah, the article mentions this study from 1981.
Okay.
Back then, 0 elementary school kids wanted to be singers.
0.
0.
Yeah.
But fast forward to 2012,
Yeah.
38.8% of kids wanted to be entertainers.
Wow, that's a huge jump.
More than doctors or lawyers. K-pop opened up a whole new world.
It's amazing how much influence culture can have.
It really is, and it goes beyond personal dreams, too.
What do you mean?
Well, the article talks about this thing called cosmopolitan striving.
Cosmopolitan striving.
Yeah, basically, Koreans feel proud when their nation achieves things globally.
Like with K-pop.
Exactly. K-pop's success, it became a source of national pride.
So it's about, like, Korea's place in the world.
Yeah, K-pop became part of their identity.
It's amazing how culture can do that.
It is. It really is.
Speaking of changing attitudes, what about the government?
The government.
Yeah, I mean, they were all about censoring Kayo.
Right.
So how did they handle K-pop?
Oh, that's where it gets kind of ironic.
Okay, I'm listening.
The same ministry that banned Kayo songs left and right,
Yeah.
they're now pouring money into promoting Hallyu,
Hallyu.
the Korean wave, which includes K-pop.
So from censorship to, like, full-on support.
Exactly. It just shows you the power of culture, you know?
So they went from trying to control it to actively promoting it. That's wild.
It is pretty wild.
The article even mentions the 2012 elections, right?
Oh, yeah. The presidential candidates were using K-pop in their campaigns.
Wow, from banned songs to campaign soundtracks, that's quite a journey.
K-pop infiltrated everything.
But hold on, if K-pop was blowing up on YouTube and online,
Yeah.
what happened to, like, TV? Did they just get left behind?
It's a good question. And yeah, YouTube definitely shook things up.
Like, disrupted the whole scene.
For sure. Korean TV, they had to adapt fast
Or else.
or else become irrelevant.
So how did they respond?
They knew they couldn't beat the digital wave, so they tried to ride it.
What do you mean?
They created these live K-pop audition shows.
Like on TV?
Yeah, shows like Superstar K and K-Pop Star.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those. They were huge, right?
Massive. It was a smart move.
So instead of showing already famous K-pop stars,
Yeah.
they made new ones.
Exactly. They tapped right into that K-pop craze.
Clever, bringing viewers right into the action.
It was, but the article, it points out something interesting.
What's that?
These shows, they were entertaining, sure,
Yeah.
but winning didn't guarantee K-pop stardom.
Really?
It was more about the show, the TV drama.
Not so much about, like, launching global careers.
Exactly. It showed the limitations of these programs.
Interesting.
There's this example, this guy named Hugak.
Huh, Kak.
He was a ventilator repairman.
What?
Yeah, and he won Superstar K2.
No.
Yeah, he got famous, but he didn't sign with a big K-pop label.
So even with the popularity of these shows,
Yeah.
the K-pop industry had its own ways of doing things.
It's a complex world, you know?
Yeah.
And eventually, these audition shows,
Yeah.
they got oversaturated, people got tired of them.
I can see that.
But there's still a fascinating chapter
In what?
in how traditional media tried to adapt to the K-pop explosion.
It's a good reminder that the music biz is always changing.
Constantly evolving. And K-pop, it's been a driving force.
But this deep dive, it's shown us how K-pop's impact goes way beyond music.
Oh, for sure.
It's about culture, aspirations, a nation finding its place, you know?
K-pop's journey, it actually gives us a peek into the future of music.
Now you've got me hooked. What can K-pop teach us about where the music industry is headed?
Well, think about it. K-pop, they didn't just navigate like piracy and stuff.
Right.
They used the internet to connect with fans directly.
So are you saying K-pop's, like, their model could be the future?
Bypassing,
Yeah.
the old record labels.
Yeah.
Focusing on fans online.
Yeah.
K-pop, it shows us it's possible to be global
Okay.
without, like, the traditional industry.
Yeah, imagine, like, artists having more control,
Exactly.
connecting with fans, like, authentically.
K-pop shows that shift,
From what?
from, like, depending on albums and radio
Yeah.
to online communities.
Okay.
Social media, engaging with fans.
Right.
Creating experiences beyond just listening.
It's a whole new way to experience music.
The connection between, like,
Yeah.
the artist and fan, it's at the center.
It's pretty cool.
K-pop shows us the future could be less about gatekeepers,
Hmm.
more about, like, global communities
Yeah.
built on shared passion.
So K-pop's not just changing the music,
Okay.
it's changing how we, like, interact with it all.
Exactly. As the old ways change, you got to wonder
What?
what new possibilities are coming
Yeah.
and what role will fans play.
That's a great point.
It's an exciting time.
K-pop's impact, it's not just about the songs or dances.
No.
It's a cultural force, reshaping everything.
And giving us a glimpse into the future.
Yeah.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. So, like, what's the takeaway here?
Well, K-pop shows us, like, the power of direct engagement.
Right, with fans.
Online communities building those relationships.
Yeah, and creating experiences that go beyond, like...
Just listening.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about, like, participation.
Right.
Fans are more than just consumers.
So what you're saying is K-pop suggests
Right.
that the future of music might not be so much about...
Like the old gatekeepers.
Yeah, but more about, like, connecting globally.
Through shared passion.
And, like, actually engaging with fans.
Exactly. It's a two-way street.
That's so cool.
I know, right? It's like K-pop's not just changing the sounds,
It's changing the whole system.
the whole way we think about music.
This deep dive, it's really been eye-opening.
It's been a blast talking about this with you.
Thanks for, like, guiding us through this.
It was my pleasure.
It's made me see K-pop in a whole new light.
That's what we like to hear.
To all our listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of K-pop.
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.